So then looking at the order, I never actually ordered this part here. It was just a free bonus because, one second, just don't want to show anything. So it goes up to there. Okay, so like there's the capes at the top. Then after that, nothing else. And then this here, actually, I need to scroll just one further. This here is all that I ordered plus the capes. And then I got this, which I never ordered. And I got these, which I never ordered. But I didn't get all of the, wing things I ordered. So I'm messaging the seller about the missing wings and stuff like that, but everything else seems to be here. And some of these dress piece things here were quite damaged with it. This one alone has a huge streak on it, but there's this one here. You can just see the condition of it. It was just horrible condition. I don't know how that was listed as new. It must have been the bottom of the factory container or something like that, because I mean, when you look at the quantity they have, it's not just like it's them listing it as if it was they just found one used and then they listed it as new or something like that. Like, you don't just get that quantity of these used. So they are most likely still new, but it's just they were quite damaged. So got this stuff I never ordered, and so I'll send them a message, but then everything else was here. I did take these parts here out of their bags because the bags were like weirdly yellowed and they felt weird and stuff like that, but the parts themselves are still perfectly fine and they are brand new, so I just took them out of the bags for that. But yeah, then everything else is here and accounted for. So next I'm going to quickly just pull the 2 orders for the test shipping method, and then I'm going to start the process of creating the labels. I've got one going to America and one going to Great Britain, I think it was, or the United Kingdom, I mean. I'm not sure if those are the same place or not, or just nearby, or just Europe. All I know is it's going to Europe somewhere. So then I'm going to pull those 2 orders and then create the labels and then test out the shipping option, and then either drop the stuff off today or tomorrow. They pick it up once a day at 5 p.m. but it's already 5:09 p.m. so I won't make today's cutoff, but that's fine. And then I do want to set one of these whatchamacallit, Dementors on the side, because I did sell one again on eBay. Actually, I can find them here pretty easily, so I'll just grab his cape. I have his hoods there, so I set that there, so then that one can be rebuilt. But now I'm going to pull the 2 orders and then work on creating those labels, and then I'll keep it updated on just how much it costs to ship a package there. But for once, I think it might actually be cheaper to ship in Canada to Europe than it is to actually ship from America to Europe, because in Canada there's just no default affordable options, basically. So then potentially able to ship stuff to Europe for as low as $5-ish Canadian. So what's that to American or USD? So 5 CAD to USD. So yeah, as low as 376 USD potentially untracked, but with tracking it's usually about $6.50. So sub $5 USD to ship something fully tracked, 6-day delivery to Europe. Can't go wrong with that. So I'll keep it all posted to see just how that all plays out, but I'm going to pull the 2 orders now. So thanks to Stuart9 and Bricks of Faith for offering to do that. So now I'm going to get these 2 orders pulled. So I can't really show anything on the computer per se, but I'll try to cover up some stuff in a second. But then the first package to America is now packed. Let me hide this stuff over here. Okay, and then so it was $5.71. I have to confirm first that this is Canadian. I'm certain it is because it's a Canadian website, but you never know for sure. So I'm going to basically check my PayPal account because I paid for the credits with that, and then after that, then I will check to see if it charged the $50 Canadian or if it charged $50 USD. So I'll check that in a minute. But then the first one is created, and it's going all the way to America for under $6 Canadian, which, let's just check, 5.71 CAD to USD. If it is in Canadian currency, then that means that it was only $4.29 USD for a shipment. So I have no idea if that's normal for American costs, cheaper, more expensive, or whatnot. But then that label is created, and so now on to the one to, let's just check the country real quick. It is going to the United Kingdom. So then I can just visually confirm real quick, it was $50 CAD. So yeah, all in under $6 Canadian, or was that even under 5.5 Canadian? I'm not sure anymore. I already forget, even though it's been less than a few minutes, for a package fully tracked, fully shipped to America. And then for the second one, I'm looking at the options here, and then the first one is that has tracking is 3 to 6 day delivery, and it's just $6 Canadian, fully tracked 6-day delivery to the United Kingdom, and it considers United Kingdom, Great Britain, same thing altogether, I think, in the shipping label. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's really cheap, so that's nice. And then that's for a large envelope here, and then I'll put the shipping label on the one side and the tax documents on the other side, and get this thing created. So the two packages have now been shipped out, and hopefully, well, today's Wednesday, so Thursday, Friday, so that's 2 business days. So then sometime next week, hopefully, possibly as early as Monday, they could arrive. So I'll just try to keep things posted to see how well that goes. But then I'm going to have supper, and then after that, get back to work on processing this and rebuilding some of these cards. Then some other nice finds from the lot was there was one of the heads in there from a Star Wars set from one of the generals that goes for like $20, and then also just found the Marcus headgear thing from Pirates of the Caribbean. It was actually on my wanted list for parts for Dimensions, so I can now delete that because I have it here, so I can take Dimensions for that part and for that minifigure. So that's done now, and so then that's another one that'll be off the list. But yeah, just keep finding good stuff here, and just actually this one here I'm pretty sure is decently valuable as well. So let's double check real quick. I think it's from one of the clones. Put that there, so we'll just quickly check this one. Wolfpack, yep, right here. Black goes for 20 to 40 bucks, but this one does seem to have some bite marks at the top. So yeah, as you can see, there's bite marks, quite a few of them on it. They're on the hips for the most part. There's a little bit of damage on the legs themselves as well, so I'll have to discount it, but that'll still sell. But yeah, just overall lots of good stuff in here, and I keep finding more goodies. So then I just sent Stallion Express another email, and then was asking them, because I was trying to create a tracking link, but with the way that they have it set up, let me go, Stallion Express tracking, tracking here. Let's see. On their site, you can enter in a tracking number, but the thing is, so for example, well, I don't want to show the actual tracking number, but I'll just paste it in if I can find it. 1 second, let me just get it back up, because I don't want to share the tracking number because it's a live one. Control paste and track. Okay, so then right here, well, I have to cover like half the screen, or something I can use. I'll just use my arm. But then if I have this screen up here, maybe I should have showed the other screen first, but as you can see in the URL, there is no tracking number there. And let me go back on the page so I can show it again. Right here, as you can see, this page, you can enter the tracking number, but if you enter the tracking number, it doesn't put the tracking number in the URL. So I can't, in the drive-through message for Bricklink, include the HTML tag for the tracking number to include it there, so that customers can have a link to track it here. So instead, customers have to copy and then paste the tracking number in here in order to get the tracking. But I've just emailed them asking if there was a way to get it into the link, because then if you can have it in the link, you can just follow a link instead of having to copy and paste the tracking number. I know I can use third-party tracking apps and stuff like that to get that link and stuff like that, and I might have to go for that if needed, but I just wanted to first try and see if there was a way I could do it through Stallion directly, because then it would just, they're being told that the package is shipped through Stallion, and then they can track it through Stallion, so it makes more sense instead of tracking it through some sketchy website that probably takes a whole bunch of user data by just logging into it and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll have to figure that out. I messaged them, but then I will keep updated on that as well, and see what the response for that is, and then also ask them if there's any way to lock the measurement units and the what's it called, currency in the shipping options for when creating a label, because it keeps defaulting back to inches and pounds, I think, for the weight measurements and stuff like that. And so then I reached out about that in that message as well, and so then we'll see if we can find a solution for that. But yeah, I'll keep things posted and see what happens for the tracking and if there's a solution that can be found. Yogurt time. Well, that was an unexpected find. I just found this part right here, and it's got the Lego logo on it. Let's see if I can zoom in. No, if it's on the other side. Let's get under the light. Where was it again? Yeah, right there. Okay, so as you can see, it's got the Lego logo on it, and that is the pincher claw from Davy Jones. So that was quite unexpected. So somehow I have just the pincher claw from this set here, although there's a few other minifigure parts mixed in, but that is quite nice to find. And so then he doesn't have dimensions yet, so I'll probably keep it on the side for now. I've added his beard to the wanted list, and this hat here is the same one as the Flying Dutchman guy, so I have one of those hats already. So then yeah, then I'll just have to see if I can pick up his beard somewhere, but that goes for about 30 bucks or so. But then let's see, is there any in Canada? Not in Canada. But that doesn't have dimensions either. So yeah, then I'll probably look at getting that beard sometime, and then that guy will have dimensions, and then that'll be one less. But yeah, that was an unexpected find for sure. So just finished with the quick first sort through of everything here, and so this is all of the more generic stuff. There is still a little bit of themed stuff mixed in, but most of it's been removed and put in the proper drawers, and the parts needed for minifigures have been taken out. A couple of them rebuilt. The one that I got the wings in yesterday, I've gotten the refund now for the missing wings, and also the minifigure already sold. So then I also found these parts in the lot, so then this one's rebuilt now, and stuff like that. But then I'm going to, not quite yet, but soon, then I'm going to dump this back out again and then go through it and put all of the regular parts away and stuff like that. And then these drawers shouldn't really be getting any more full for quite a while. Then I heard back from Stallion Express, and they don't have an option for the tracking thing or the in the link or presetting dimensions, but they forwarded it along to the technical team. So maybe if I get lucky sometime in the next, who knows how long, that might be a feature. But maybe I should have listed all of the animal parts the other day, because I've already got a whole bunch here, and the drawer's already getting a bit full again. So maybe I should have waited just a couple more days, because I've got a whole bunch again for that. But then now I'm going to take a short break and get some dimensions for a couple more minifigures and stuff like that, because these don't have it yet. As you can see right here, it's missing that. So then I'll work on this stuff for a little bit, and then I'll get back to that stuff probably. Just getting dimensions for a few more miscellaneous things. So there was these few here, just a few more generic minifigures and stuff like that. So now I'm just going more in depth through the list of minifigures, and then trying to add everything excluding the Cars movie ones, because those things, I just don't have the mental willpower to do that, because they are also missing their weights. So then I'd have to find the exact correct ones in the correct color, because that can affect the weight and stuff like that. So ignoring the Cars ones, I'm just going through everything now and just adding anything that I need for them to the wanted list, because I thought I had added a whole bunch, but I missed a whole bunch of them for parts that I needed for dimensions. So I'm going through and adding those, and then a lot of the just more brick built ones are missing dimensions. So I'm now going ahead and just gathering all the bricks I need for that and completing those ones, and then we'll see what the list is at. But I can't do it all in one go, because there still is how many left? 781 minifigs left, so I can't go through all that in one day, most likely. Well, I mean, I know I can't, but the thing is, there's other minifigs in there that I can't get dimensions for, so I mean, it's not like I'm adding for all of them, but I'll just see how many more I can get done today. So I'm also going to just leave out a lot of the Belleville and Duplo and stuff like that in addition to the Cars stuff. But besides that, should be able to get most of them. Like I've just done dimensions for these three here. That was added to the wanted list for these two. This one's done. Added to wanted list parts for these. These ones are done. Parts added to wanted list. Parts added to wanted list. This one. And then that through this one are done. This one, parts on wanted list. Same with these ones here. This one's done, waiting for parts, waiting for parts. This one's done, this one's done, waiting for parts. These 3, 4 are done, and then the others are waiting for parts. So now on to page 2, but it's already 8:30, so I should probably stop. So after 27 figures, my brain just needed to take a break because I can't think anymore, because it's one thing for like real basic minifigures, but the thing with these ones is, one second, where is it? It's on the one tab here. With these guys, once most of the basic ones are done, so the thing is, something like this here, you just need to get a few parts together. It's not the end of the world. But then you have ones like this that are a bit more complicated, and then you have ones like this where it's even more complicated. Then you have ones like this that are like 30 different random parts. Then you have this one here with whatever that is. He has like a batarang, a wrench, a grappling hook, and a saw, and there's crazy combinations and stuff like that. But I was able to get a few done, but then after that I just can't do that anymore for today. That's gonna have to wait for a while, so I just pushed that stuff to the corner. But I am going to start pulling orders now. Yogurt time. One side effect of working in the basement is the AC is upstairs, and it's the perfect temperature upstairs. You aren't cold, you aren't hot, or anything. But when you're in the basement, it is freezing down here. So despite it being summer, I think August is still summer. I honestly have no idea though. I have to put the space heater on down here because I literally can't feel my hands when working. And that's not good when you're trying to pick up small plastic parts and sort them and check them for damage and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just weird to be wearing a sweater and have a space heater set to max in the middle of, well, beginning of August. But yeah, sometimes there's no choice. So currently having some printer issues. It's just not printing anything. I'm trying to print it and it's just not showing our printer. It's a whole bunch of random printers and stuff like that, and there's just no option to print it. And I've tried unplugging it, plugging it back in, and nothing's really working. So then it should be this left hands one, but it's just, there's nothing for it. So I'll try reinstalling the drivers again and hope that works. So all I ended up doing was just switching the port it was plugged into. As you can see, it was plugged, let's see if I can find my hand, right there. And so I plugged it in there instead, and now it printed fine and everything. So not sure why it wasn't printing earlier, but it's working now, so I guess I can get back to work. And it looks like the heater has finally made things about room temperature down here. I thought there was a heater here somewhere, not a heater, a temperature checker, but I have no idea where or anything. But I guess I can get back to work now and ship some orders out. Now that all the orders are shipped out, it's time to sort all of this stuff into the drawers. And there's quite a bit of it. So I just finished the first sort of the stuff after it's all dumped out into legs, torsos, heads, headgear, bodywear, neckwear, that type of stuff, accessories, and everything else. And then I put all the skeleton parts, the loose arms and hands, and all of the droid parts away and stuff like that. So now I've got these parts here. Where did I put that container? Oh, okay, it's over here, which is just missorted parts. And then these ones here I can use for for building minifig things for dimensions for Bricklink and stuff like that. So that's on the side over here, just so I have access to that, because you need a lot of really random parts and stuff like that. So that stuff works perfectly for it. But now I'm gonna just go through these containers here and then put them in the proper drawers, and then the container that was filled with all the minifigure parts will be done, and then I can get back to listing. Most of the containers are now done, and it's just onto the accessories now. And then after that, all of the stuff is sorted, and then I can get back to listing. So I've got right about an hour and a quarter-ish, and then I have to call it a day. So then the question is, can I sort this all by then? I'm going to try my best, but we'll see. But this isn't supposed to be in here. I don't consider... How did I drop that? An accessory, I just consider this missorted because these things have like no value and they're always damaged. Yeah, I'll try to sort all of these, but I'm not sure because there is a lot of different categories for them. Not full units, but the majority of 3 units for accessories. That one, and that one. It's now 10:40 and I finally just finished with all of the accessories. So yeah, a couple of containers are filled up now and stuff like that. So then I'm just going to now get these containers now that all of the different lots that I'm expecting have been sorted. I'm just going to, all of the drawers that are sticking out, I'm going to just put in containers and then put on the side so I know exactly what I have to list and so I don't keep bumping them over. I do want to separate this one into multiple drawers though. This is the Prince of Persia drawer, but I just kind of put like everything similar to it in there. So I've got like Lone Ranger, and I'm certain there's another theme in there that the name's escaping me at the moment. That stuff's in there and stuff like that. So I'm going to make another drawer for that and put stuff in these drawers. So it was just the two there, the Prince of Persia and Lone Ranger. So all of the drawers have now been emptied into containers. So there is a lot to work on again. And then I had this from an old backlog of torsos that I didn't list yet. So I have those black torsos in addition to the overflowing drawer over here. That was moved to a container. And so then tomorrow I'll probably work on rebuilding the eBay cards and then working on listing something, probably starting with the torsos. Yogurt time. But yeah, this is the end of the vlog. So thank you for watching if you got this far. Today is Saturday, so that means the next vlog should be out on Wednesday. So yeah, then the torso container here, I can hopefully work on that today and stuff. But yeah, this is the end of the vlog. So thank you for watching if you got this far.